All right guys, this video is going to be how to make bokashi. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. I'm going to show you all the ingredients that I'm going to use, how much to use. I'll show you how I mix it up, how we ferment it, how you dry it out, and then how it can be used. All right, so let's get started making some bokashi. Okay, so the first ingredient is wheat bran. Wheat bran is very cheap. This bag right here cost me $15. This is rice hulls. Depending on where you get it, this could cost anywhere from $30 to $100. This bag cost me $35. Now, we've got molasses. You have exactly 1 pint of molasses. And this is hash water labs. When I washed my cannabis, I saved the cannabis wash and I used it to make the labs. So I'm gonna use hash water labs for this bokashi. And I'm also gonna use 1 pint of labs. So the mixture is very simple. The mixture is very simple. 1 pint of molasses, 1 pint of labs into 5 gallons of water. You want all the molasses out. That is the food source for your lactic acid bacteria. So that's the mix right there. Focus on the pint of labs, pint of molasses, 5 gallons of water. Then you're going to use that liquid to get your material at the right moisture that you want. You might use a little more, you might use a little less, but a 5 gallon bucket is typically going to do about this much, about this big of a little trash can full. So I'm going to get the wheat bran and the rice hulls out into the wheelbarrow. Okay, so with the dry ingredients, I typically just go half and half. There's so many rice hulls in here because they're air sealed, packed in real tight. Like that. Kind of like that right there, guys. Okay, start with a little bit. Like I said, you're gonna use about the whole 5 gallon bucket, so that didn't look like a little bit, but it is a little bit because this stuff is all dry. You need every bit of this material moist, not drenched. You start to drench it and it starts to rot. You just need it moist, and it's gonna take a little bit. And you gotta do this right here a lot. I find that if these chunks like this, if you rub them, it will spread the liquid out much faster. You see that? That labs smells good. It smells like cannabis. So you can see it's almost like it's totally dry now. Now, let me say this. If this isn't enough liquid to make everything as moist as I need it, I don't need to make more labs and molasses mixture. I'm just going to add more water. This is enough labs and molasses to do all this, I know. But I might need a little more to get it where I want it. And so just add water, don't make more mix. the liquid is starting to spread out more. I can feel it. The thing's getting kind of heavier. Smells like bread. A little bit of ferment. Okay, a little more. I'll show you a way to test it also to see if it's moist enough or if it's too dry. Like, don't want to keep adding moisture because you're like, man, it's still dry. I've almost added all of it. It's okay. Keep mixing it. That moisture is going to spread out right now. It's in clumps. It gets all clumped up and then it spreads out. And you're like, oh, wow, okay. It's getting wet everywhere. So give it a good mix before you keep on adding a bunch. Because it's getting kind of close, believe it or not. You can see the dry bits on the bottom. That side's looking pretty good. You can see dry spots there. Kind of go to one half and do the other half a little easier. Let's say you got it too wet. It's too drippy and runny. Just add more dry material, right? Dry spots. And even if you don't get all the dry spots on the bottom, whenever you go dumping this into your storage container, you'll see the dry spots on the bottom. Just give it a good mix again. This side here. Some dry spots right in the middle. Okay, it's pretty mixed up right there, guys. It's a good mix. Now, what we'll do is give a little hand squeeze test. And when you get the hand squeeze test, you need a little bit of water dripping out of it. Just a little. So, it's like this. Got a bunch like that, right? You give it a little squeeze. There's no drip coming out. I need more moisture. There's zero drip. I mean, it would probably work like this, but I want labs. I want it powerful. I don't want to go weak. Got that much left. And it'll just all of a sudden get heavy, like that. It's got tilted. It's another way you know, just like, okay, this is getting waterlogged now, I can feel it. Okay, let's try again, eh? Nothing. I want a little more. Yeah. I got some molasses in the bottom. I'm gonna use the material to get the molasses out. Okay, this is gonna be good news. It doesn't drip much. Yeah, we're doing good now. Check it out. Now watch my fingers. That's all I need to see. Ready to go. So, now we store it. The material is inoculated. Bokashi means fermented organic matter. So you can Bokashi any organic matter. Just get it dried up and do this very process to it. But let me explain what's going on. You got a trash can with 2 trash bags. It's double lined because this is anaerobic fermentation and you want the least amount of air you can have in there. And so I use the plastic bags. I'll tie the first one tight and I'll tie the second one tight. The double layer also protects in case something poked the bag. I've had a Bokashi kind of not be awesome because bags got tore and I didn't notice it. So that's why I double bag now. But it all goes in here. Air in there. Load this all up and I'll tell you how long we have to let it sit. Now, as I'm going, see I already got a tear, right? I got a tear right here in this bag. I can see it because I pushed down too hard. The inner bag is kind of a weak bag. The outer bag is a heavy duty bag. But to get this all to fit in and to get the air out, pack it down. Again, you're getting air out. These microbes don't work as well when their presence of when a thick presence of oxygen is around. So pack it in. All right, all in. See, oh, it's about right. I could probably put a little bit more, but it's pretty good. Pack it in good. All right, now we'll tie it off. Okay, final step until we get it out to dry again. We're gonna tie it up tight. We're gonna get the air out as much as possible. Now, also these bags, this bag, if there's no hole in it, it will swell up like a balloon because it's making lots of gas in there. So it's okay, it'll swell up and it'll chill out and it'll go back down. If your balloon pops, put a new trash bag around it and just keep going. And I'm just twisting this thing and kind of twisting it back on itself. Like that right there. Call that a Bokashi bun. Okay, second, you can see it's tight, sealed up pretty well, holding that seal. When the bag stays tight, kind of tells you probably a pretty good wrap you got on it. You can just put a rubber band around this thing or clip it, but I like getting this good tight spin on it. Okay, guys, that's it. That is making Bokashi, the first process. And then I'll show you how to dry it out. This will sit for 2 weeks. 2 weeks in the warmest conditions you can keep it.